I have a problem.
You know what your problem is?
I only have one.
Okay, I've got a bunch of problems just like anybody else, but the problems I'm talking about particularly all have the same solution, which is YouTube. So being the introvert that I am, I don't particularly like being on camera, but the number of reasons I have to make YouTube videos at this point are outweighing the fact that I don't really want to do it. So here we are. About a month ago, I was working on a video, and there was this particular clip I was looking for, and I spent an hour looking for it and couldn't find it, which brought me to the realization that my files are terribly unorganized. I've been doing video for like, I don't know, 5 years now, on and off. And when I first started doing video, I didn't have a particular file structure set up, so all my files are not very well organized. It also led me to the realization that I was quickly running out of hard drive space. So I say all that to say that I spent 3 or 4 weeks just going through my files trying to get organized, trying to clear out clips that were out of focus or pointed at the sky, trying to delete pictures that were blurry, and just generally get organized with my files. Take, for instance, this cinematic masterpiece. Or, for example, this shot right here that goes on for 45 minutes pointed at nothing. Now multiply that across like 5 or 6 years, and I've got several gigs of just useless footage that I need to go through and clean up. And then that led me to my next discovery, which was I've got a ton of footage that I've never done anything with. Like, it's just living on my hard drive doing nothing. So I started to make a video to share some of that old footage, but it just wasn't working out. Like, the story wasn't there, and it was just terribly boring, so I scrapped it. And then I tried again, and that didn't work. So I scrapped that one, and then I tried again, and then I just had a whole bunch more useless footage. And I just had a whole bunch more useless, and then I just had a whole bunch more useless footage. But then I finally got it right. I started to make a video that's I'm actually excited to share, that I want to share. It was this close to being done, but I needed to go shoot one more part to put it together to finish it. And between the original start of making the video and shooting that last part, I started having issues with my editing software. There's a running joke in the video editing world at this point. Everybody knows what the software is. I don't want to go down that whole wormhole, but point of the story is I've switched over to a new editing software, and there's a bit of a learning curve with it. The basics are the same, but there's some like caveats. It's just a little different, so I got to learn this new editing software. Then if you couple the fact that I moved to a new video editor with the fact that my photo editor was also tied to my old video editor, now I need a new photo editing app. So I've got 2 new softwares to learn. Insert this video, something I can quickly throw in the computer and start editing and just get the basics of this new editing software down so that I can go back and finish that other video that I liked, and then moving forward be acclimated to this new program. And then there's the last piece of the puzzle. This is an A7R4. I really wanted one of these cameras for a long time, and I finally got it, but I quickly remembered why I sold my A7R2 back in the days, because the R series of Sony cameras are phenomenal photo cameras, but they struggle with low light, and I do a lot of low light shooting. So I'm selling this guy, and I'm gonna buy a dedicated cinema camera. It will have its own learning curve, I'm sure. So I say all that to say, I've got a ton of footage I need to go through and clean out. I've got a ton of footage I need to share. I have 2 new editing softwares to learn. I've got a new camera to learn, and making YouTube videos at the end of the day is fun, despite my introverted nature and not really wanting to do this. But again, I've got more reasons to do it than not, so here we are. But that's it. Thanks for listening to me ramble about my silly problems while I work to solve them. The next video will hopefully be a lot more entertaining than this one. Again, I just needed something quick that I could throw in the computer and get back to editing with this new software. The next video is much more exciting, so come back, hang around, check out that one, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome to Charleston. All right, so the